Just around the corner, the world's largest totally irrigated working farm show, Husker Harvest Days. If you care anything about farming in the Western Corn Belt, Matt Youngman, he's National Events Manager at Farm Progress. This is the show you have to be at, right, Matt?
That's exactly right. This is the showplace for Western Corn Belt irrigated crops. We're so excited, you know, with the late planting and then the cool summer that we've had. There was some concern on whether we're going to be able to run these demonstrations, and you know, we've started here the week before the show and started taking corn off. It's a little bit wet, but we're sure going to be able to run all the demonstrations, which we're really excited about. A lot of companies use this as a place to do product introductions, and we're actually going to have, because we weren't able to do demonstrations 2 weeks ago in Illinois at the Farm Progress Show, this is going to be the North American debut of the Geringhoff Independence Head. It's a row independent corn head, meaning you can harvest across the rows any direction you want to. And having that unveiled here in the field demonstrations at the show, it's really, really exciting. And it's going to be a special event this year.
Well, and that's the thing. Every year there's something, and technology really is the name of the game, whether it's technology in the seed, the genetics and all of that, or the technology in the machinery. Technology is so important these days.
Well, that's exactly right. And you know, with the EPA mandates, the Tier 4 technology coming out for emissions, John Deere's unveiling 2 new tractors here. Case IH behind us is having the largest product introduction in their company history here. New technology, you know, this is really a year for tractors, new tractors being unveiled, sprayers, combines, things along those lines.
And it's not just for the crop guys. Certainly the livestock guys will find plenty that'll interest them as well.
Yeah, that whole northwest quarter of the grounds, you know, we'll have the cattle handling demonstrations. Something special about this year is the 25th anniversary of those cattle handling demonstrations. And, you know, in addition to that, we have the horse gentling, stock dog training, you know, just everything you can imagine for your livestock operation as well.
This is an opportunity people around the globe actually come to take advantage of.
Well, yeah, and you know, that's something really special here for central Nebraska, is that the eyes of the entire ag industry are right here.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and of course there's plenty of things to do for the whole family. Come on out and you'll find something to enjoy.
Absolutely. Great food. We'll have plenty of, you know, there's health screening at the hospitality tent. Show hours 8 to 5 Tuesday and Wednesday, 8 to 4 on Thursday. And lots to see and do. Plan your trip to the show there on the website.
And of course we will be there as well, live every morning at 9 a.m. and at noon, 2 live hours of coverage every day with Marilyn Barnett and myself. We'll see you there. And while you're at Husker Harvest Days, you can learn about your checkoff dollars in action. NTV's Seth Denny and Colleen Williams talked with Tim Shear, head of the Nebraska Corn Board, here at the State Fair.
Tim Shear joins us now, Nebraska Corn Board. Hey, Tim.
Hi, how are you?
Glad to have you here.
Thanks for being with us. You just had a big trip to Japan, right?
Yeah, I had an opportunity to go over with the U.S. Meat Export Federation and got to see some of the promotions that they're doing over there for the beef industry and the pork industry both. We had sponsored a special trip just basically because of the 30-month and under new regulations. We used to be 20-month and under only on beef, and now we're 30-month and under. And it just gives us a whole new opportunity in Japan for beef exports.
We're getting closer, building things back up there with that relationship, it sounds like.
Oh, that market is really taking off. I think when we were over there, they announced that it had become the #1 market again and overtaken Canada for our #1 exporter of beef.
Wow.
That's great.
Yeah.
Tell us what you guys are doing here at the fair.
Well, we have the can construction in the fair booth, and it's a little different idea this year. And there's just a lot of different things in there that you can look at and see and just get some basic information about what agriculture is doing right now for everyone.
Do you find that there are people that will not know a whole lot about corn producers and the needs of farmers that are out here at the fair just asking questions?
I think that's very evident in our cities, and I think it's a little bit even evident in our small towns. I think a lot of people get in their cars, drive to work, go to school, whatever they do for their daily stuff, and take for granted what's going on around them in the farm country.
What exactly does the Corn Board do?
We are a 9-member board that administers the checkoff from the corn program, and these are checkoff dollars that are generated anytime a bushel of corn is sold in the state of Nebraska. So there are no general tax dollars or no money that the normal public would put into it. It's just farmer money that's used to promote corn and value-added products like beef and pork and other items like that.
Congress is on break right now, summer recess, but when they get back, they really need to get to work on this farm bill. Folks like you and a lot of other folks are saying, right?
Yeah, we'd really be excited if they can get it done. Had an opportunity to listen to Congressman Smith last week, and he's hopeful that we'll get something done before it goes out in September 30th. I'm not quite that optimistic, but he's the guy that's there. I'm sure he probably has a pretty good feel on it. So I hope he's right, and I hope we can get something done. One of the things that's extremely important with the Farm Bill is the export promotion, which we talked about with the U.S. Meat Export Federation, the U.S. Grains Council, and promoting our products overseas. We produce way more than we can consume here in Nebraska and in our nation as a whole, and it's extremely important that we can get those products overseas.
It seems like I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say all of a sudden, but it's not. But how much popcorn we're making here in Nebraska? What are those numbers?
You know, I don't have any of the numbers on popcorn. I don't separate things out, I guess, but
right.
But it has. You can see it's obviously a huge growth segment for the market, and we're even, you know, some producers are using the seed side of the popcorn too, which is something unique. So it's a great part of our industry and great part of our diversity of agriculture.
Yeah.
I know you're working quite a bit. Did you enjoy the fair a little bit, Tim?
Well, we try to get down here as much as we can. My son and daughter will be showing in the livestock shows this week for the 4-H and FFA, so it'll be fun.
Have you had some treats?
Not
Fried
yet.
popcorn? Have they invented, I wonder.
Fried
bacon,
popcorn.
corn on the cob wrapped in
I'll
bacon?
pass.
I'm sure that's, you'd pass.
I have to have the defibrillator.
Oh, man, no kid. Tim Shear, thanks so much for being
Thank
with
you.
us.
Hi, my name's Logan Miller. I'm from Oxford, Nebraska. My favorite thing about the state fair is food.